Are you struggling to lose weight like I was 6 years ago back in 2018? If I had to completely restart my fitness journey today from my heaviest weight of 252 pounds to get to my dream physique where I just competed on stage this past May at 180 pounds, here are the 5 simple steps that I would use to take that process that it took me 6 years to achieve down to 1 or 2 years. Step 1, we need to figure out your specific body's maintenance calories. Everyone's a little bit different, so this part is absolutely crucial. How I did it was I would wake up in the morning, I'm fasted, I would weigh myself. Write down your weight, track it somehow in an app or on a notebook, and then use an app like MyFitnessPal or FitGenie to track all your food. Weigh out all your food, track it inside the app per gram, and do that every single day for 2 to 3 weeks. Morning weight, end of the day calories. Morning weight, end of the day calories. Morning weight, end of the day calories. After 2 or 3 weeks, you're gonna start to see a pattern. On the days that you eat a little more, you might see your weight go up a little bit the next morning. On the days that you eat a little bit less, you might see it either stay the same or drop slightly. We can take this data and add it all up, find an average weight and an average calories to establish your maintenance. Once you have this number, it's very, very easy to manipulate your calories to make your weight do what you want. Whether it's fat loss or if you're a skinny guy and you're trying to gain muscle, once you have the maintenance number, you can establish a process by manipulating your calories to lose or gain weight. Step 2. After we have your maintenance calories, we have to create a calorie deficit to lose weight or a calorie surplus to gain weight. The rule I always tell all my clients, if we're losing weight, we want to aim for 1 pound of body weight per week. Just 1. That's only 4 pounds a month. It doesn't seem like a lot. It's not super drastic. It's also very easy to stick to. It is a slow enough rate of loss that you're gonna not lose a bunch of muscle. If your calorie deficit is way too low, you're gonna end up losing muscle. We want you to look good. We don't want you to look skinny fat. We want to keep as much muscle as possible in the process. And by losing slowly, those of you who have excessive weight, you won't end up with loose skin at the end of your journey. If you go really fast, you want to lose weight really fast, you're going to have all this excess loose skin. The only way to get rid of it is surgery. You have scars afterwards. It costs a bunch of money. If you just go slowly and aim for 1 pound of body fat per week, it allows your body to adjust properly, your skin elasticity, so that you shrink gradually. You might still have stretch marks or something like that, but you won't have all that excess loose skin if you go slowly. Give yourself time. Nothing worth having was ever easy, and it was never quick. I promise you that. If you want to gain muscle, the process is even slower. Gaining muscle takes twice, if not 3 to 4 times as long as losing body fat. We only want to aim to gain 1 to 2 pounds of body weight per week if we're trying to increase our weight. For you skinny guys, like I said, muscle takes a long time to build. We want to ensure that your rate of gain is slow enough that you're not putting on excess body weight. We don't want to have to cut right away. You don't want to end up getting fat. If you're already skinny, the process is so much slower. So this is the same approach I use when I'm bulking. I'm bulking right now. I'm almost 35 years old. I went from 180 pounds in May up to about 205 pounds, and like, I still have my abs. Like, I'm going very slowly. The body fat percentage I always aim for muscle building is about 15%. We don't want to go over that. We don't really want to go under that. That's like the optimal spot for most males to gain muscle. So real slowly, skinny guys, 1 to 2 pounds a month. Same process, tracking your calories, slight surplus from your maintenance, couple 100 calories, 200, 300 calories above your maintenance, something that'll allow you to gain weight really slowly. Step 3, Once you've found your maintenance, you've established your calorie deficit or surplus, we need to get you into a training routine that is realistic. We don't want to overload you by making you go 7 days a week, super hard, where after 2 weeks, you're so burnt out that you just end up quitting, and then boom, there's the end of your journey. When I first started out at 252 pounds, I knew I had to do something sustainable. I committed to going to the gym 3 days a week for 3 months. That's 36 workouts. I went in there, I did push workout, pull workout, legs workout. That's it. Monday, Wednesday, Friday for 3 months. I went from 252 pounds down to about 232 pounds. About 20 pounds of body fat lost. I should say body fat and water. I lost water weight and body fat. And I gained a little bit of muscle. I looked sharper. I looked leaner. I felt better. But when you're just starting out, you don't want to overload yourself too much. And we want to leave room to progressively increase training volume, days training, sets, reps. You always want to have room to slowly increase that number, because this is a process that takes time. That's why they call it a fitness journey. It is a marathon, not a race. So you have to be willing to be consistent and take your time and be patient with yourself, because I promise you, if you are, you will get there. After my first 3 months of training for 3 days a week, I saw all those progress. I reevaluated how I was feeling. Things felt better. Things were easier. I said, okay, the next 3 months we'll commit to 4 days a week, which is something I suggest everyone do. Add a day. Upper, lower, upper, lower. Upper body workout, lower body workout, upper body workout, lower body workout, something like that. Train all your muscle groups twice a week. 3 days of recovery in between. I do 2 days in a row, 1 day off, 2 days in a row, Saturday, Sunday off. That's what I do right now. That's what I still do to this day. After those 3 months were done of doing 4 days a week, I saw even more progress. Then I went and added a 5th day. I did a bro split, one muscle group per day. Back to one training volume 1 day a week. Each muscle group 1 day a week. Did that for 3 months. Went 6 days a week for the next 3 months. And by the time I realized it, I had completed my first full year of training. Like, it flew by. I just committed to it. After that first full year, and I hadn't even changed my diet, I was just tracking my calories. I saw my weight, I saw my calories, I adjusted my calories the next day and saw my weight adjustment. I did that for the full year. I didn't even change my diet. Which brings me to step 4. After that, or you can do this right from the get-go, it doesn't matter. I waited after my first full year of training, after I had my training down, I went to step 4, which is to clean up your diet. They're not lying to you when you hear the people say abs are made in the kitchen. They 100% are made in the kitchen. I would say fitness is 80% nutrition and 20% training. Take the time when you go grocery shopping to start doing things like comparing food labels. If there's 2 different bagels, find the one that's got the lower calories with the higher protein. Find the foods that are lower in fat or non-fat that have high protein. Carbs doesn't really matter as much. I don't think people should be carbophobes like they are, because carbs just break down in your bloodstream into glucose, which turns into glycogen for your muscles. It gives your muscles energy. Don't be afraid of carbs. They get used up really quickly, especially if you're training progressively, like I mentioned in the previous step. So figure out all the foods that you're already eating. Go to the grocery store and compare labels and find the lowest calorie, lowest fat, highest protein versions of all the stuff you're already eating. I lose weight and maintain a lean physique eating pepperoni pizza because I figured out a low calorie version that I can make that only takes as long as it takes the oven to preheat. I sit there, I make my pizza quick, the oven's preheated, boom, throw it in there. It still takes 15-20 minutes to cook like a regular pizza. but I just take the extra time to make it so I can have a whole personal pizza for like 350 calories. It's got like 50 grams of protein, like 30 grams of carbs, and only like 10 grams of fat. It's delicious. It curbs the cravings. But you can find low-calorie ice cream. You can find low-calorie wraps. You can do grilled chicken instead of breaded fried chicken. There's just so many ways to do it, and each little hack that you find for your nutrition is gonna help you get there. It's gonna help expedite the process. So it doesn't take you 6 years like it took me. It could take you 1 or 2 years, like I said. Which brings me to my final step. No one gained excessive weight overnight. It didn't take a week, it didn't take a month. Gaining weight and getting to the point you are now took years of bad decision-making, poor nutrition, lack of exercise. In the same fashion, you will not achieve your dream physique overnight. It won't happen in a day, it won't happen in a week, it won't happen in a month. It might not even happen in 90 days. If you're consistent, you can see progress in 90 days, absolutely. But if you're obese like I was, 252 pounds, you're not gonna get down to 180 pounds lean with a six-pack in 90 days. It's not gonna happen. I'm telling you that right now. But if you are diligent and consistent, you can get there. And it might take 1 or 2 years to get there. You might not have as much muscle as I have, since I've been consistent with it for 6 years now, but you will get there. You will have a better physique than you had, I promise you. So there's no magic pill, there's no fad diet, there's no shortcut. Consistency and patience, progressively getting better with your diet, your nutrition, and your training will get you there, I promise you. So, I believe in you. I know you can do this. I wish I would have had someone there to tell me these steps when I started, so I could be even further than I am now in my journey. That's gonna be it for the video. And if you made it this far, just know I appreciate you, bro. Tell me what you think. If you have any questions, leave me a comment, like, subscribe for more videos. If you want to learn more fitness tips, click the bell notification so you always know when I'm uploading another video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.